So to summarize or recap my video and my thesis, where it begins is from the observation that at present, language technology is embedded in our everyday, from automatic video captioning to voice-activated assistants like Siri. And so anecdotally, many can attest to the experience of using voice recognition software on their smartphone or computer, only to have the software produce frustratingly or hilariously inaccurate results. So needless to say, language technology is not meant to compose or translate literary texts where meaning is paramount. But needless to say, again, some poets do it anyway. And that's what I explore in my thesis. But generally, digitally composed poetry is often closely associated with conceptual poetry, both type of genres or movements which earn a bad rep for being unexpressive, apolitical, or post-identity. So when Latinx poets use digital methods, there's a clash between how we traditionally read Latinx poetry as lyric or overtly political, and how we view digital poetry, usually as ludic or debasely conceptual. My thesis intervenes in these two approaches by examining how the poets Urayoán Noel, Mónica de la Torre, and Rosa Alcalá employ machine translation and voice recognition software in their work. I demonstrate how language technology employs a politics of intelligibility, wherein any type of disfluency, be it a regional accent or unfamiliar diction, is deemed unintelligible. And I use Rancière's definition of politics to frame the social, political, and even personal consequences of being unintelligible and misunderstood in such a way. So especially when poetry is quite kind of literally an exercise in meaning making, the unmeaning that the technology generates through these poems alter the many ways that language can either assist or undermine communication and expression. Ultimately, I explore how these poets engage with language as information, language as culture, language as code, language as expression, exploring how language creates meaning at the same time as language can never accurately say what we mean. In this way, the practice of interpretation becomes important, not only as a literary enterprise, but as a way that we interact with our interlocutors. Interpretation is always present in the way that we communicate with others, or people or technology. So that's kind of my thesis.